So we must understand that the properties that a material has are the ones that determine its uses in our everyday life. So let's say, for example, if you look like if you open at the back of a laptop or a computer and you look at the cooling system, uh, right, you will realize that when we are looking for material to make a cooling system for a computer, we first of all have to think about conductivity, because this is where our heat is, right? On conductivity. Remember, we said that conductivity, we're talking about conducting heat and electricity. So you need a material that can quickly absorb heat as well as emit it. And that material is obviously a material that gives passage to heat without resistance. So obviously our cooling system, we will have to make it out of copper, right? It so happens that copper also has got other properties, like copper resists corrosion, copper does not easily react with gases. Then copper becomes the most suitable material to manufacture our cooling system. If we look at windows, right, let's say this is a window, right? A window, the frame of a window will either be made out of, this is the frame, it will be made out of maybe steel, it can also be made out of wood, right? Okay, but the glass panel itself, is made up of glass. Sometimes we come across situations whereby there could be two possible materials that will fit the same purpose, right? So let's discuss about a window being made of glass as option number one. So option number one is glass, but we also have got option number two, perhaps we say plastic. Now, as scientists, when we come across a situation where we probably have two suggestions or two possible solutions, we further discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of the two. So let's compare and contrast glass and plastic to be used in making a window. Okay, so let's start with plastic. The disadvantages of plastic is that the window will need to be cleaned. So plastic is not hard enough to resist tampering and scratching. So we subtract a point from plastic. And plastic is easily affected by heat. Even the heat from the sun, the natural heat, might change the properties of plastic. We subtract another point. You go on thinking in that way. Whereas when we compare with glass, glass is not easily affected by natural heat from the sun. Glass is hard, it resists scratching, so cleaning will be much more easier. Then we obviously will recommend glass over plastic. So you must know as a scientist that there are times whereby there could be two suitable materials for a purpose, right? So to make a particular gadget, you may find that you may have two suitable materials for that, but you still need to think further, because between the two there is the most suitable. So you still have to look at other advantages and disadvantages of those materials over each other until you remain with the most suitable material.